Stampers, it's Kim Vogel with the Basement Bunch Stampers, and today I'm going to showcase for you a simple technique that I refer to it as the pinwheel technique, and I use this technique when I have scraps of paper that I want to use up. Over the last couple of days, you probably have seen me post some videos using this paper. It's one of my favorite product suites in the New Occasions catalog, so I thought it was just fitting to show you how I use up some of my scraps to make a card. So I'm going to walk you through step by step the directions and how I cut this, and you can do this with any kind of paper. It's a really fun technique and a good use of your scraps. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my card base. This is an 8.5 piece of paper cut at 5.5. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that. That is the base of my card. This is early espresso, and then I cut a piece of very vanilla at 5.25 by 4, and I'm going to actually run that through my Big Shot using the new Petals embossing folder. So I'm going to bring my Big Shot in here. I'm using just the regular Big Shot platform. I'm going to go ahead, and I always put these in folded side first, and going to get this sandwiched in here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run that through the Big Shot. Sorry for the shakiness there a little bit. Get the Big Shot out of the way here. So here is my piece of cardstock that I'm going to use for the mat on that. So I'm not going to glue it down just yet because you're going to see that I actually put a piece of the new, I'm sorry, not new, but I love it, the lace trim ribbon on there. And I'm going to show you how I kind of do my cheater bows. It's a really neat little technique that I do, and it's quick and simple. And excuse my scissors, I'm using my daughter's crafting scissors because I can't find my paper snips. So what I do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut a piece of ribbon a little bit bigger than the width of the card. Okay, so, and I actually cut that probably a little too big. And then I use glue dots, and I'm just going to put a glue dot on the end of each of these ribbons. Like, whoop, that one didn't come up. Sometimes you got to push a little hard there. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap this ribbon around the bottom of my mat here. So this is my cheater bows. I cannot tie bows very good. I'm a lefty, so I struggle with that. And a lot of my customers have come to really like this little technique because it's quick and it's simple. And actually, if you don't cut a lot of excess, like I accidentally did on mine, you actually save ribbon by doing it this way as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tie this on there, like so. And I'm just tying it like the beginning of tying your shoe. The neat thing with that is you can then move this if you needed to. It would slide across there. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to leave it there. And then I'm going to bring in my fast fuse, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this mat right down to my cardstock. If you haven't used our fast fuse yet, I strongly encourage you to give it a try. I like that it's a little bit of a stronger bond, and to me it just keeps the cards together a little bit better. Only problem is it's not very forgiving. So that's what we have so far. Now I'm going to show you how I did the little pinwheel. Okay, so I'm going to bring my paper cutter in here and show you how I cut for that. So what you will need is you will need 2 pieces of a base. Let me bring this back in. So my base of this little pinwheel is actually early espresso. So you need 2 of them, whatever color you want to use. And the measurement on this is right here is 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. I know 5/8 can be a scary measurement, but it's really not. I'm going to show you on my paper trimmer, make sure I get this in here, how simple that really is. Ignore that mark. But each one of these 2 lines is 1/8. So basically, I kind of count the 2 lines. I kind of have it memorized, but as you're getting used to it, you just count them. So that is 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8. So in my head, I know as I'm cutting these that I have to go to 2.5 and 2 little lines. But that's how it works for me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that. And so it's 2 5/8 by 2 5/8, and I need 2 of them. Okay, so I'm going to cut 2 of these. Okay, and then while I have my paper trimmer in here, you need 8 of the little squares cut to 1 1/4 inch. And I chose to use 2 different patterns so that you can kind of see. Now you could do a solid and 1 designer series paper. You could do them all solids with 2 different colors. That's where the fun comes in. You can mix and match them any way you'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut some of them little squares. So again, it's 1 1/4. So I'm going to put this in here at 1 1/4. And again, I need 4 of these of this color. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to bring in my pink. Again, this is all just scraps left over from classes that I've done or projects that I've made and showcased. So again, it's a really good use of your scraps. And I'm going to cut 4 of them out of this color. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get the paper trimmer out of here. And I'm going to show you how simple it is to assemble this little pinwheel. So you start with the 2 of these, okay? And we need to glue them down, sort of like that. And you can actually get precise and use your ruler if you want, or your grid paper, but I'm going to actually use this paper that I have behind my, where I do for my videos. And I'm just going to kind of line this up, and I just kind of eyeball it. I really, truly do. So, about there, okay? So you can see it's not perfect. It's still going to turn out absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to move that up a little bit, and then you're going to start layering these squares. So I'm going to start with this color. And each one of these points is where you're going to put a square. So I'm going to start right here. I'm going to put one there. And I'm not going to glue the first one down really hard and really good, because you'll have to lift that up to get the other one underneath. And I'll show you that as we continue along the circle. So next one goes here. And bear with me here. Again, I just turn it, and you just know that you have to line that up. If you kind of turn it as you go, it really helps you know that you have to put that right in the corner of those. Sometimes it can be a little confusing to know where to go, but as long as you kind of follow right along, it actually goes together fairly fast. And put that one there. And you can see I'm leaving a little bit of an edge. That's by default. I want that. That's why it's cut a tad bit bigger, so that you have a little bit of an edge so you can see your base. Put that one there. And my last one that I need to place is going to be a blue, okay? And that is where you got to kind of think of the whole over-under thing, okay? So this one's on top of that one. This one needs to go over this one, but under that one. So I need to pick this up just a smudge and maybe fast fuse. It wasn't my best choice of, oh, it's coming up pretty good. So I'm going to put this one underneath here. Again, I want to leave that little edge on that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up, place that one, and put that one back down on top. And there you have the cute little pinwheel element for your card. I then topped it with, I did cut out a 3/4 inch circle out of our Blushing Bride glimmer paper. I did that in advance just so that I would save a little bit of time on the video today. And I glued that down with glue dots because this glitter paper is kind of hard to be able to glue to. And then my favorite embellishments have to come back in. I think I've used these in every single video that I've done. I love these embellishments. We're going to be using them for my son's wedding, and I cannot wait to do that. I'm going to place that right in the center. And then after that, I'll bring in my sample because I'm not going to actually take the time to finish doing this. But I put that on with dimensionals. So there's your element. And then I used the lace trim from the annual catalog. And this is just a piece of cardstock that I cut 1/2 inch by 2 3/4. And I stamped Happy Anniversary on that. And that comes out of the, I want to say it's the Falling in Love, I'm sorry, it's the stamp set. Let me bring it in. That comes out of the So in Love stamp set. So you could also make it a congratulations or a day to celebrate, but I'm running low on anniversary cards, so chose to make mine an anniversary card. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this cute little technique and a little way of making pinwheels, and I hope you use up some of your scraps and have fun making them. I absolutely love these. I think it's a fun way just to sit and relax and craft and not have to think about a design. So thank you so much for joining me today. Feel free to check me out on my website at www.kimsbasementbunch.com. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any any of my future videos as well. Thanks for stopping and have a great day.